I'm doing good. How are you?
Are you ready to talk marbles?
Dude, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about the fact that I think you did more work than I did. And that sounds like how school went for me. So I'm pretty excited about that. Where do we start, man? Do you want to tell me about the event that's happening today? You sound already like you already know about it.
Yes, funnel spin. I give all credit to, I think it's pronounced Yelly's, if we're being sticking to how it's actually pronounced natively. It's Yelly's. All credit. This is a very, very creative idea. The marbles today will start one representative per team in a 3x2 formation. I'm going to get that nice and close.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Is that good?
That's so good.
Okay, so they start in a 3x2 formation. Everyone lines up. There's two heats in today's event, and they line up in this manner. It should be noted that the marble that finishes last, the marble that comes last, is actually the winner. So whoever can last the longest.
Oh, so it's last marble standing, right?
Yes. So this is such a creative event. This is such a creative way to test the marble's durability. And so I reckon it's advantageous to be in the back lineup.
Okay.
I will say it's noteworthy that the front line changes from Heat 1 to Heat 2, but the back line stays exactly the same, which is at least interesting. Worth noting, Team Purity is the host. So perhaps this is Team Purity. My eye is just peering on the one side of this thing.
I love it.
Team Purity is the host, so perhaps they were tasked with designing the lineup. This is a preseason event. This doesn't count towards the major standings. None of these teams
It's not in the league, right? That's the word that we're using. This is not in the Marble League.
Correct. So this is a different competition altogether with different players and teams.
Okay.
It's sponsored by they're very nice for sponsoring, but it's like a milk product thing.
Right. Cravendale.
Cravendale, yeah, because Yelly's is from the Netherlands.
Right.
So likely some Dutch milk.
Which sounds like it would be way better than regular milk, doesn't it? Like if someone was like Dutch chocolate milk, you'd be like, that sounds like the best chocolate milk that they make.
I'm clearly choosing that over like American. You don't know what those cows are going through, especially right now. They're white and black.
Okay, so do we want to choose teams? Like
yeah.
Have you already? So do we draft it? We'll each pick one and take turns, or how does this work?
Yeah, I think for this iteration of fantasy, we should just select teams, and we'll have a draft that goes back and forth. Should we find ourselves in large-scale competition, where because there are other events in the Yellies where like 4 members of a team will go at once. We'll have a different fantasy draft for that. But for today's purposes, and this will count towards the whole thing, let's now draft from these guys.
Are you going to be in charge of tracking our progress and who has what teams and shit?
Not only will I want to.
This is such a good relationship. I don't want to do that at all. I just want to tell you things, and then I want you to write them down.
Okay, so with the first pick in the preseason tournament of champions draft, Rob Morris selects.
Last marble standing. I'm going with. Okay, so I think I sent to you that I wanted Milky Madness was the only one I threw out. And I actually, I hate to think that I might lose it, but I can't help but start with Team Purity. That just seems like the way to begin. I want a pure start to this. I got Puri, Pura, Puro, Perry, and then of course Captain Pierce and Coach Poncho.
Right. Of course. So if you find yourself with Team Purity on your ledger, I will I think the freshers are cool. So the freshers will be my pick. They're my second pick, or my first pick rather. And we go to you for your second.
Do you want to know the names of your freshers?
I'd love to hear them again because they're music to my ears.
Yeah, so we got Coach Dr. Fresh.
Yeah.
Of course, Captain Frankie. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, it's easy to root for a Frankie. I'm gonna be torn on that. And then we have Eli, Roman, Henrietta, and Stuart. These all sound like Tennessee Williams characters or something. There's not a theme I could see other than that.
But they're led with someone with an advanced degree.
Absolutely, dude.
But yeah. He's probably an elder marble.
Keep in mind, he might have just given a really good commencement speech. Sometimes that's what that means.
Do you think Dr. Fresh, right, do you think he was an accomplished marble in his day, and then he just goes and gives a speech one time and they give him an honorary?
One would think that he's a doctor of marble medicine, but it's hard to say. I'm so down if Dr. Fresh tells people he's a doctor, knowing full well he did not go through a dissertation. He was not approved. He never had an advisor. He's like Dr. Julius Erving. He actually doesn't have anything. He just says that he is. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
In the same way, I'm a professor. Okay, the freshers. I love it. Okay, then I'm gonna swoop in and get my OGs. I am gonna take Milky Madness, the all white, excellently themed Coach Maurice, Captain Mike. They have a Mike and a Michael. Why do that to your team? I'm really not sure. They have a Mike, a Michael, a Mikey, a Michelle, and a Mickey.
Yeah.
So Coach Maurice, some call him the gangster of love. The rest of these, I love.
Milky Madness, they're very transparent insofar as you have to have an M name.
Well, transparent and also completely opaque. I mean, they're the white. They're the white ones. All right, dude, your turn.
I will go Grays of Glory. They have the weakest logo. I don't mean to disparage. They have the weakest logo, but sometimes that plays. Sometimes it's more of a badge. It's more of a crest.
It looks like a patch, like you would as a Boy Scout.
Yeah, it's not very modern.
I like how they did go. I feel like it got a little cerebral, like they were like, "There's all this milk stuff, man. Where do we get milk?" You know what I mean?
Yes,
fucking cows. Let's not dick around here.
It's the team that kind of represents the process of feeding bovine. It covers that they need a lot of grass.
Yeah, they cover a lot of ground and a lot of grass. Okay, so it comes down to the last two teams, Dairy Dash and the Semi-Skimmers.
Right.
And I'm ostensibly choosing which one's mine and which one's yours. You already have the freshers. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you the Semi-Skimmers so that you've got the two greenies.
That ain't bad.
And then I'm gonna take Dairy Dash because I love me some milkshakes.
I like that.
There's a lot of ice cream references in this one, which I'm a fan of.
The Semi-Skimmers kill me because their name is a half measure. So I'm not really super confident, but
I tell you what, that we may be the Semi-Skimmers, but when you get out there, boys, fucking skim or don't. Okay? It's a name. Take it too seriously. Coach Slim, Captain Skimmy, and then of course you got Sean, Jimmy, Timmy, and Shimmy.
This is Shimmy?
Yeah. Jimmy, Timmy, and Shimmy.
Right.
And then Captain Skimmy, Coach Slim, and then of course Sean, the ever popular Sean.
Sean is somebody's cousin, somebody's like.
He's Jimmy's nephew or something. Yeah, for sure.
There's a story of a professional soccer player who never played a game in Europe, but kept convincing people that he was hurt and got paid for 5 years.
I knew that was like a stereotype, but I did not know there was a champion of that.
Someone went full board and never played a single professional match and got paid for 5 years. That kind of feels like Sean.
It could be. Wouldn't it be crazy if he won you this whole thing?
That would be. Sports are about. So would you like to let the people know about your exposure to sports?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about that really quick. I'll make it brief. I grew up in Texas where sports are a pretty big deal. And my family was kind of always half-assed into sports in more of a franchise love way than a love of the game kind of way. And so when I was a little kid, we lived in Dallas and in the 90s. And it was a good time to be a Cowboys fan, as I remember it. They were good at the football at the time. And then my mom got really into the Yankees for a while. I think she still really likes them. Again, it's a franchise thing. And my dad got into NASCAR for a while. I never cared about any of them. I like the celebrity of it a little bit with the players. But generally, I don't know any of it. I know how most of the rules work for most of the games because I love rules. Like I'm a big fan of structure and stuff like that. So I could watch almost any sport. And even if I didn't know all the lingo, I get the idea of the game that they're playing. Like I understand. It actually took me a really long time to figure out football because it was super confusing to me. There's so many weird rules and penalties and shit, and I still don't know all of that. But just understanding, like, you've got this many downs to make this many yards. I'm like, man, this is a lot of numbers for a game that's about big dumb guys hitting each other hard. Like, lots of math, more than baseball, which is just like, I don't know, man. Between these is that's kind of the vibe. If you can do between these and nobody catches it, run.
Keep going.
Word up, dude. That's easy. I played baseball when I was a little kid. I actually played football too in 8th grade. And then I got tackled bad. I got Achilles tendonitis. And then I started doing the theater. And that was a better place for me.
You say you got tackled bad. From the other guy's perspective, tackled very good.
Yeah, he put me out of the game forever.
Yeah, he damaged the very tendon that brought down the greatest warrior in history.
It is strange, is it not, that not only is that tendon named after him, but that particular kind of tendinitis means like you absolutely suffered the most tragic loss. You can't get beat worse.
Right.
That's the phrase. Achilles tendon. They got you.
Yes.
You're a loser.
You can be born of gods.
Yep. Fuck you. How about that?
And to let folks know about my sports exposure, I took the time to make this.
Yeah, it's very telling.
Yeah, we're opposites. So today's coverage, they will certainly go over a opening ceremony. I've seen that in other events. It's very pomp and circumstance. For what I've seen, I think they're gonna go over and the production credits. Like there's producers and like they give credit to the marbles who were able to build the stadium. And then we'll get into the racing. Worth noting that the funnel spin at the 2019 Marble Olympics, there was an incident that stuck in my craw, and they never really addressed it. A marble got caught at the top of the course. All the marbles were released, and there's a single funnel that goes down. One of the marbles got caught on the side, and they just disqualified it. And I feel
are we expected to think that the marbles are supposed to just not make that mistake?
I have confidence in Jelle's course design. I have confidence in the marbles learning from their mistakes. Yet I've seen a structural error occur in this event on a large stage before. And I'm not hoping that it happens, but it is something that it has occurred. And then
we call that would be a course note.
That is a course note. That's absolutely right. Yeah. Much like the baseball, there are little ground rules that each park has different. And then this is the course. The marbles will start. Again, the heats are over here. The first set of 4 funnels are an average gradient, like they don't go down that much. The second set of funnels, the 4 there, a very long drop off between, so like the marbles will pick up speed. And then by the third one, it's a very low gradient, so the marbles will slow down. We're looking at each heat. The winner's probably going to be around 2 minutes to get to the bottom, but that was last year's course, so we don't know how this one will go this year. But
you're putting together some diehard materials here.
There are no pro sports going on.
What is it doing to you? Talk about that a little bit, of the void that this is filling for you.
It is remarkable because you want to be greater than it and be like, oh, I don't really need sports that much. And I woke up both weekend days being like, oh, the NBA playoffs would be on right now. So there's more delays. Like I'm freaking out a bit just knowing what could be going on right now. Like,
are you one of those guys that upsets his girlfriend because you're like, sorry, honey, it's fucking March. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, I would. New York Giants football, I will watch every Sunday. And I once had a lady who hated that a lot because she had to watch 2 hours of commercials. So yeah, it's upsetting because it is just TV time, but it's harmless. Okay.
Do you think that your chick is out there, your Giants fan, you're the one who's going to watch with you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good shit. That's the way to go.
I put that out there. Ladies who love football.
It's this guy.
All right.
So,
Do we need a catchphrase?
A catchphrase?
Let's get rolling or something.
Oh, shit. That's a really good idea, Pat. I hadn't even thought about that.
Awesome.
Ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
Ready to roll.
Oh, yeah. I'm moving.
Yes, purity.
Rob's
yes, Dairy Dash.
Rob's Team Dairy Dash. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
The madness. The milky madness.
And my semi-skimmers.
Welcome to the inaugural Last Marble Standing Game. Brought to you by Arla Cravendale.
Thank you, Cravendale.
That lasts longer.
Fresh milk lasting longer.
And welcome to the sensational Craven Dome. Hey, everybody. I'm Greg Wood.
It's cool that I have goosebumps, right?
Yeah.
A serene and picturesque hamlet in the UK.
Wow.
They join us here.
A serene and picturesque hamlet.
With the Duke and Duchess of Craven.
Wow.
They, like all of
They're
us,
very rarely seen in public.
the very best of the best.
Oh, true shit. Oh my god, what? The stadium team?
And they just, that was
One Craven
not long enough to give credit.
No, we'll have
this.
to take a look at that later.
Yeah.
Purity. Beautiful. Beautiful. So clear.
All the marbles do a little dance as they walk across the stage when they get in front of the Duchess and stuff.
Oh, look, it's like a parade.
Yeah.
Yes, with the milky madness. Okay, little snake action. I like it.
Love it.
Dairy Dash, boys, what's up? Ooh, that's nice. That's coordinated. Middle guy didn't really do anything, but overall pretty good.
I like the M Shakes was in the middle. There they are. Henrietta.
Great colors. Really great colors.
Where my boys at? Hey. Let's get moving, dudes. And that's the production team.
Fantastic. It kind of reminds me of like an old Final Fantasy game where they move like one at a time.
like very claymation deal.
Well, it's like they're supposed to be characters that have emotions, but they are not that expressive because of the limits of the fact that they're marbles.
I'm sensing pride in the Duchess and Duchess right now.
They're certainly safe. Those red ones look badass. Gorgeous.
The lighting of the torch.
What a magnificent opening ceremony and
Magnificent.
to see that torch lit above the royal box.
Wow.
The Cravendale corporate box loves what they've been seeing. They've been exchanging
Corporate box.
throughout the proceedings.
Comments may contain spoilers.
In what is gearing up to be a momentous competition.
Yes.
Purity
Yes.
and endurance.
The lad who announces this has been doing it since has asked to do it since the start.
Yeah, he's the OG, right?
Last marble
Yeah.
standing game. The first real leg of the journey to see which team
Nice.
stays fresh and pure under
Okay,
pressure.
here we go, boys.
The Cravendale Cup.
Let's get rolling. Ready to roll.
To put on a show today and impress at this crucial stage.
And again, it is
Yes.
last marble
Taking a little
down.
bit of time.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's important.
Not great. I love the
Oh, the
fresh
purity. Purity behind.
Ooh.
Slow it
Okay.
down there, Milk. Slow it down.
Number one.
It could turn so fast for these marbles.
Absolutely. Well, it's constantly turning.
Down. That's just where you're at. Oh shoot.
Oh, Milk. Milk.
Wow. Skimmers.
Oh
Love
my
it.
god. Purity. Come on. Come on. Slow down. Let's get ahead of our...
God. How you feeling about your boys at the moment?
I'm not loving...
Oh man.
Purity seems to be in a hurry, but he's hung up on that good one. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not mad about it. Not mad about it.
Whoa, dude! Get back up there!
Yes. Purity.
Whoa.
Dude.
Milky Madness is...
Why are you
Hurry.
in such a hurry? Whoa. You just like knocked him into the next fucking thing, dude.
He's not trying to get a ticket. Milky Madness is out, dude.
Dude, he's trying to like run this whole fucking world. What the fuck is
So proud of
man?
the freshers at the moment.
The freshers. Dude, you gotta be feeling good about that.
I'm feeling very good about it.
Purity at the end. Yes, get that stupid green shit out
Okay,
of
now
here.
we got a race. They're all in the
Yes.
final. Alright, semi-skimmers
Yes.
looking like second
Dude,
to last.
purity.
Whoa!
Hanging in. Oh,
Alright.
shit.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness.
Get out there. Oh, my God. Dude,
Where are the boys? Is that Grazers?
can't tell the blues apart.
I know. Dairy Dash, just hold on. Whoa! Whoa. Just like that.
Wow.
That. Whoa. And he is showboating.
What a time at the end.
Showboating.
Wow. Dude, you
Great
crushed.
story. Whoa. Yeah, I got the blues mixed up, mate. But all right, I'm into
Yeah,
it.
you gotta feel good about that.
And it's the longest time between the two heats. There's no combination of times. There's no.
Purity and Milk, man, they were hanging in there, and then all of a sudden they got in a real hurry.
They just rushed down, dude. We're ready to go into heat two. They're sending it.
All right. There we go.
Oof.
Yeah. Get him down there. Oh shit, that's me.
Dairy Dash is there. Skimmers. Yo, Purity, where you going? Semi-skimmers, where you going? Fresh again.
Dude, the Milk and the Purity.
Man.
They're not great at the last man standing, but
Oh, man.
if we were first down, I'd be crushing it.
I'm not sure if this is Milky Madness's event.
I don't think so.
Close race.
Nope.
This-
Dude. You wait till we get to first as first. Milky's gonna crush this.
I agree, because they're just clearly the fastest marble. I thought that the higher gradient would make it like that they would go down harder, but it seems like when they go down like that, they can stay up because their momentum is just having them go around the bowl. Close race.
Oh.
Down.
What's up, skimmers? Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
All the marbles are within 3 holes of each other, dude. Purity is up. Graze is there. Whoa.
Yes.
Skimmer's killing it.
Ooh, wow. 4 marbles in that final spin.
Whoa.
This
Good
is
race.
mesmerizing. This is mesmerizing. Dude, Milky, what's up? What's up?
That's crazy.
What's up? What's up?
Sneaky in first,
Yes. Yes,
Sneak-
dude. Purity. Purity in milk.
dude. Okay, the time to beat is 2:06, 2:07. Bro. Wow, Milky bringing it. Skimmers.
That's
wow.
what I'm talking about. That's how you make up that first heat, dog.
Okay, they gotta hang on for like 6 more seconds. Purity.
Crush.
Whoa.
Crush. We crush.
Oh!
First team. Boom. 2:11 course record.
That is so high octane. I don't want to talk. It's like a horse race. You don't want to
amazing.
talk. You're just glued.
It's hard, man, because it's like, yeah, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. Things change really fast. Wow. Glory Graze. Well done.
Glory, 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 grazers.
All right, dude. Oh, wow. Second and third. I'll take it.
1/10 of a second, they said.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy. All right.
5 points to them, though.
Grace 6, Purity 5, Dash 4.
Yeah, we're going to have to review some of these stills.
Great. Freshers are third.
Wow.
Arugula. Wow, what a diverse crowd as well. And then
Wow. Excellent. Let's go back. Okay, so before we dive into this stuff,
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. The team of marbles that work together to get this thing going. It's the behind the scenes. You're in production, you know.
yeah,
It's all in circumstance for the fella in front of the camera. People have no idea how hard, like a key grip.
Yeah.
Or like the guy who makes the sandwiches. There's a man in charge of client services.
these are all real jobs too. These are, I mean, they're absolutely real jobs that you would need. Creative lead, totally. Creative director, accountant director. These are all real things. Brand manager, 100%. You know what? I'm going to throw out a few of my favorites here on the names, and then please, I would love to hear some of yours.
Okay.
Marble Whitaker,
Yeah.
pretty great. I really like Marble Stanberry. That's incredible. I love Niall Marble. That one's excellent. I actually used to have a friend in high school named Niall. He said it was Neil, but then this guy Niall Horan showed up and fucked that up for everybody. So
It's pronounced
things
Neil.
change.
Biblically.
It's an Irish name, right?
Yeah.
See, you know, Tim Marble, Donald. These are great.
I love that Ella Taylor did not have a marble in her name and then married into the Marble family.
Yeah,
She old money,
that's true.
and she's the project manager now.
Good for her.
Very diverse field of team members here, and we could not do this without them.
100%.
Truly.
So overall, let's go overall reaction to what we just enjoyed into the current rankings of this first event.
I will speak on the event itself. That was properly exciting.
Yeah.
You had like actual narrative develop from start to finish. And the second race, Milky Madness, kind of a laughable start. And they must have stayed in bowl 6 or 7 for 30 seconds because they were just sneaky at one point in first. Very impressive run. The event itself was awesome. The pomp is there. The circumstance is there. And please, more marbles. Your thoughts?
I was definitely curious of whether or not there was going to be anything past the funnels, but then when you kind of threw out that it was 2 minutes, and I saw how long it was taking them to get down those different funnels on the top and the bottom, I was like, oh, this is the whole thing. But man, let's start slow. Let's not go crazy here with a long ass race, because I was on the edge of my seat for that 2-minute funnel event. That was crazy. And the fact that the way that the marbles would knock each other out of a certain orbit when the other one was very close to doing just fine, thank you. And then this other one comes in like, hey, what's up? I'm just gonna, kick you down the slide.
Yes.
Absolutely. But then sometimes, it would drop in. When they would drop in to one that was orbiting and then sink through and leave it orbiting, I was like, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely nail-biting stuff.
You're right. There's rubbing, there's racing, and you had some competitors. You said it perfectly. I'm quite fine at the moment, and then just come down and boom, 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 and just totally different elliptical. Next thing you know, they're on funnel 7, just out of nowhere.
I like the fact that there is no control once you're in the game. It is purely a game of physics and chance all the way to the end.
Right.
We can speak satirically about the abilities of these inanimate objects and anthropomorphize them, and we will, and that's fun. But the truth of the matter is that this is 100% chance and science in an observable way. And it's such a great example of chaos theory, which is even when you do all the calculations, you don't account for Milky Madness holding in there at the last minute after eating shit in the first round. And it got ahead of everybody else, and then everybody else got ahead of it.
Right. And like you said, who knows? Maybe it was in orbit where it was about to fall, and then it got hit, and it was back on its feet.
And it's so many hits. That's what I mean by chaos theory. It's so many little calculations that you can't do fast enough that there's no way to get ahead of it. You just can't.
Yeah, there's friction happening. One marble will drift behind another one and just carry it out. And my goodness, in that second race, all 6 marbles were in the final 4 funnels. There's nothing that says that one marble isn't just a classier marble, ends up being kind of like a Usain Bolt 2008 Olympics scenario where he's just smiling the whole time because he's just classier than everyone.
If you say so.
Competition. Yeah,
100%. I do appreciate also that it seems like you can make up your mind ahead of time about what you think is going to happen, and then just throw it away. It's fun to do, but then fucking stop, because all of a sudden the milk is going to come in tight.
Mike Tyson has a quote: "Everyone's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth."
That so also applies to marbles, man, because this is, yeah. And I'm curious too, this was such an unconventional race, this was last man standing. So this was last is first, already a weird concept in racing. And then it was all funnels, there was no track beyond the individual, there wasn't a linear, other than the individual progression of each funnel. There wasn't one long thing. So there wasn't really the observation of oh, that one seems to roll faster than this one.
Right.
That wasn't even an element. It was how much momentum they created and how long they could just randomly dodge the center of those funnels. It's random.
Yes, chaos theory, random. We will have events that are pure speed, that are pure athleticism, but I have to imagine when they were designing all the events, when Yelly was designing all the events, you come up with this idea, And perhaps you think, oh, last one down, that should probably win. You set this up, you start it, and you have first guy finish is awesome. That last guy is up there for like 15 more seconds, and you say to yourself, that is way more impressive of a feat than getting to the bottom first.
In this particular event, it is. Because it is avoiding the trap, It's like making it to a race where the floor falls out as you go. Because just getting to the end, and not eating shit along the way,
right,
is the competition in this case.
Did
this remind you of any other particular events other than Usain Bolt at the 2008 Olympics? He's a runner, right?
Yes, he is. Right, where you just have one guy who's just way classier. Did this remind me of any other events? Not particularly. Especially this wasn't a team sport. This was individuals. I want to say the horse racing, if only because it's the exact same. The Kentucky Derby is only like 2 minutes and 30 seconds even. So it reminded me in terms of time and in terms of just like you want to comment and you want to like say things, but by those final 4 tunnels, there's nothing to say. You're suspended. You just want to watch.
Right.
So it reminded me at least of that in terms of time and in terms of by the end of it, you just are glued. Like,
how are you feeling about your standing?
So I did a quick add of we add up our standing points pertaining to how Yelly's had them set up. We are tied. Yes.
Are we?
Yes, we each have then Rob 10. I am a dirty liar. You have 10, I have 11.
Oh, okay. That's very close.
Yes, it is. So how am I feeling about it? Shocked that Grays of Glory was able to hold on in that first heat. And I am at least a little bit disappointed in semi-skimmers. They never even impressed. But overall, I'm leading at the moment, so I have no complaints outside of that.
I'm there with Dairy Dash, man. I mean, I got this one blue marble team that is kind of hard to confuse with the Grays of Glory there. And, we'll see what they do. I'd love for them to come back and make me proud that I picked them. But right now, I'm all white and clear, baby. I'm all full transparency, full opacity. Those are my channels of function right now. And I'm feeling okay about it.
You feel good?
Yeah. Are you kidding? I feel great. I want you to keep this in mind, sir. My 2 teams were really last, and then they were really first. You know what I mean? That just shows we could do everything. So bring me the competition. And I know what you're going to say, Pat. You're like, my team did the exact inverse. Yeah, I know. I got that. But I need you to understand that I've got some serious faith in the clearness and the whiteness. I feel comfortable
with that. I can hear it and I can see it. And big things ahead. We got 5 more events in this preseason tournament, and I'm jazzed up.
We should offer our thanks to the folks at Yelle'S Marble Races. You guys are fucking crushing it. It's beautiful. Amazing opening ceremony. Just say that one more time. Really touching to see everybody so synchronized. The stops in their motion. Tremendous. I have no more words. I think that's one of my favorite things. It is so much more fun than when I got Achilles tendonitis. So this is already off to a way better start than when I left sports.
Your foray back into sports, there's a lot less injury, a little more entertainment.
Smooth rolling.
I will be impressed as the event goes on if security can keep, because those fans, I'm still on 851, those fans are right next to each other. When we get into the dog days of maybe like a full race, I don't know how these fans don't need security in between them to keep them from just ripping at each other.
I think it helps they don't have hands, but yeah, I see your point.